So now we just have to go and... Now we just have to find and talk to Gary. Okay. Right. He doesn't say anything else to me. That's fine. I have everything on, like, the outline mode and stuff. Can I go upstairs now? Don't even know if I'm supposed to be going up here, but that's where I am now. Okay. Can I go up here now? Why can't I go up these stairs? They're not blocked. Is it just a visual bug? I'm like, they're supposed to still be blocked, maybe? Running on like 100 different floors. Is he down here? Oh no, he's there. No, that's the other person. That's Young, I think. Yeah, there was a thing you were supposed to be able to do down here, but I haven't ever been able to do it. Like, interrogate. There was a board down here with info on that I picked up. And then just nothing came of it? Weird. Okay, going into here now. Oh, you see, I did not expect this. Nothing. Okay. Yeah, weird. I don't know. Hello, what day, huh? Okay, this is him. Maybe it's when Cox was first arrested. No, it wasn't him that we were supposed to be interrogating. It was the other. Oh, I think it's because I didn't catch the sniper. Maybe I did. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I didn't get to do because I got stuff wrong near the beginning. And then it like rolls over. If that makes sense? Consequences of your actions, you know. That was unexpected. Fuck, I can't believe I'm standing in for the chief. Never thought they would pick me. I have to call my wife. Guess I'll be doing some overtime in the next few days. Don't you think it's strange that the AG fired him? Gotta admit she never really liked him. Maybe she was waiting for an opportunity. Someone had to get fired for Banny's death just for the optics, don't you think? Yeah, I kind of thought that's why they did it. The chief always did an excellent job. It didn't have to be him. I'm not thrilled about it either. It had to be a high-profile person, though. We should focus on the Liberator's threat. I don't want to start my new job with a string of terror attacks. Let's recap what we've got so far. Listen up, squad. Suppose you're as surprised as I am about our chief's sudden retirement. However, we need to focus on the Liberators and their plans now. Let's go over everything we've got so far once more. Drovia's Foreign Minister Banny was shot last night by a sniper who goes by the name of Boyd. Boyd then went to see a woman called Zora, which seems to have been a deviation from their original plan. He convinced her to hand him a stick with confidential stolen data. Next morning, Boyd met another man to hand him that data. Abraham Gonzalez, that's the guy we should have interrogated. CEO of the Drovian company Power Up. We were able to extract a deleted message from Gonzalez's cell, which proves that someone paid him to fetch the stick and send the data to an unknown address once he was outside the Garian network. This leads us to believe that the data cannot be sent unnoticed via the web, which applies only to the best-kept secrets of the Garian government. We don't know who paid either of them, but the message to Gonzalez was sent via an encrypted channel on the Mercurius network. That means that it must be one of the higher-ups of a large publicly traded company. Yes, and we've got a list of companies to look at. We don't know what was on the data stick because we haven't been cleared for access yet. Yesterday morning, an anti-Sabian terror group calling themselves the Liberators publicly broadcast a video in which they claimed responsibility for Bernie's murder. They also announced a second attack within 48 hours. The broadcast was sent from the AdSpot building. They operate all billboards across the city. At the time the video started, the building was being guarded by a Cox security employee. We have reason to believe that the perpetrator was another employee of that same company, James Moore. So, okay, that's what I guessed. And I hope it's right. His wife says he went on holiday to Manami Tree Resort, but he never turned up there. We're currently running a planet-wide search for him, but without success. But I think she believes that he went on holiday. The CEO of Cox Security, Albert Cox, opened fire on Agent Conrad and myself when we went to arrest him. Why were you arresting Cox? We were told to. It was an order from the AG, yes. Conrad convinced Cox to surrender. We arrested him and brought him in for questioning. This is a recap of basically the whole game right now. He had been in the process of destroying hard drives before we arrived. We found like half-destroyed hard drives on the floor. Our IT department is currently trying to restore what's left of the data. Do we think that Cox is a key figure behind the Liberators? We have reason to believe yes and no. He certainly is involved with them in some way, but he doesn't have access to the Mercurius network. And he's one of the religious people. We have to assume there is some bigger fish behind Cox. What's also strange is that he's a Savian himself. He grew up on Drovia. Our current priority is to prevent any further attacks. Cora, I want you to support the ongoing manhunt for James Moore. Jung, we brought him some stuff back from Cox's office. Yeah, she's the science lady. Work your magic on it and let us know if you find something. When did they become Russian? No, Conrad. We are Neil Conrad. Yeah. Saito, you keep gathering as much information as you can on our prime suspects. Conrad, you should check whether you can establish a motive why Moore would support the Liberators. Thank you. Moore's motive. Great. I have 3 sheets ongoing, I think. Take a look at all the evidence we've got, including the information Saito put on the pinboard. I wanted to read the pinboard earlier. You should also have a chat with Cox. We brought him into the interrogation room in the basement. Roger that. Okay, we do get to do an interrogation thing. One last thing. Do any of you guys know how Agent Reed from the response team is doing? Oh, so Agent Reed is somebody who got shot because we were monitoring a situation and I gave them information to look for the wrong person. So one of our people got shot. He was hit by 2 high-velocity rounds that penetrated his vest. He can't move his right arm and it's a long way to recovery, but he'll get there. So I gave them the wrong information because I didn't have all the clues and therefore I didn't have all the options to pick from. So the sheets that they give you in this game is like your report basically on what you're guessing the answer is, or answers multiple. And I didn't even have the correct options because of something else I'd got wrong previously in the game. There was a whole area I couldn't go to, and there were clues that I didn't get at all. I'll show you when we look at the sheets, but yeah. Can't move his right arm, it's a long way to recovery, but he'll get there. That's sad. I'm sorry. Thanks for letting me know. We should send some flowers to the hospital. We should. Right now, let's get to work. Come back to me when you got something. Yeah, so I looked up yesterday. I didn't want to look up, like, stuff in the future, but I looked up what I'd done wrong. So basically, you get clues in here for, like, areas, basically. So things that you pick up and interact with, it saves what you've done. And you get these, right? So you can choose between options for stuff. So this one I got right. This one I got wrong because there were options in here that I didn't have. So I got this one wrong, right? Which meant that I couldn't go to a area with boats, I think. Which meant there were clues for this that I didn't get. So I couldn't even have selected them, like they literally weren't there. So I got that wrong, which gave them the wrong information on the perp, and therefore they looked for the wrong person. This one I did get right though, I think. And now I've got 3 more ongoing ones. So yeah, so you can scroll through these, and if you pick up more information, then more things appear here. Yeah. The pianist. Yeah. Elva, the abbreviation for Latvia, yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate because I got like one thing wrong and it meant that I just got loads of other shit wrong, which was not ideal. See, there are loads of companies in here. You do have to be really thorough. There aren't any like difficulty modes on this game, I don't think. And it's really, yeah, there's a lot here. And you have to basically go through, so you get all your chat logs. So every time you talk to a character, like a different dialogue option, you get them all written down here. So you don't have to remember anything. You have to remember who gave you the information, but you can go back and find the conversation. If there was something in there where you're like, oh, didn't somebody say something about this? This is what I did yesterday. Because there was stuff with when we arrived at the scene, like he's been at a business meal. So clues are usually in the yellow. bits that you might want to pay attention to are usually in yellow. Like times and dates and shit like that. And what they were doing at the time. So there's loads. I thought this was more simplistic, which I think is why I got things wrong towards the beginning. Because I was in sort of video game detective mode rather than like realistic detective mode, if that makes sense. I just thought, oh, well, the game says it like that, therefore it's hinting at me this. It's not. You have to actually read the stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. Apparently it's very short. Like, if I actually get on with this, I should finish it today. Apparently it's like less than 10 hours. But yeah, you actually have to like pay attention to all the conversation. And then you get all these emails, which have the ones that are relevant right now are this one. And then this is the list of companies. Probably would have gotten the first one. Yeah, the very, very first one was okay because there was only one option and you got like 3 clues regarding which place it was. So that one was very clear, I thought. But this one was more complicated because I didn't even have all the answers. This was the second one. I know it's got them in a weird order, but it went the bullet and then it was Diaz's escape. And I got this wrong because I looked at a time and I assumed it was implying one thing when actually it was implying something else. Because apparently I didn't switch my brain on. I only know this after watching my own VODs and going, oh shit, whoops. Yeah. And I then looked up to see what I'd done wrong, and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to choose between. And you have a lot of things happening at any one time, which is difficult. Look at the pin board. Okay. I'm also trying to get the achievement for not smoking. But yeah, it's got pulse and number of steps and distance walked and stuff like that. Okay. I'm looking at the pin board. Oh, there's several things on here. Okay. So this is Evelyn Moore. This is James Moore's wife. So we had there was a security break-in and it was the employee who now has a criminal record. This is the wife that we spoke to, I don't know, like 20 minutes ago or something. So since 1820, she worked in FEMA's Sector 6 and then Gara. Mining professional for Milex. Okay, mining. So Milex mines Hope on FEMA's, right? Milex mines Hope on FEMA's. Is that helpful? Fine for petty larceny. Cyber implants, none. Okay. God. Sorry, I should tab through them. This is about James. Place of birth, FEMA's. Okay, yeah, so they did the same thing here. So he used to work for Bermel Security Agency on FEMA's, and then he worked for Cox, which we knew. He got fined for bodily harm while with Cox. So all of his criminal records are with Cox Security. He has none before that. Bodily harm, attempted theft, and then the illegal substances, the drug carrying. He has a brain enhancement, resistance against mind-altering drugs, so drugs don't work on him, like mind-altering drugs. Extended field of view. Okay. I'm saying this out loud in the hope that I will remember them. Reaction augment, shortened reaction time, increased hand-eye coordination. So, motherfucker's not clumsy at all. Okay. This is useful. I don't know if this is saved. Oh god, if this is saved somewhere. Okay, objectives updated because I looked at the pinboard. Okay. So this is the bank statement of their, is it their joint account? Okay. Oh, they bought a pregnancy test. Okay. pharmaceuticals. He got paid by Cox Security. Spent money at the bar. Spent money on maintenance for his implants. Pharmaceuticals again. Groceries, fine. He got paid only... compensation maintenance. Not for his salary. Compensation maintenance. The bar, the grocery store, the pharmaceuticals again. And then that was rejected. So was the pharmaceuticals like she was taking birth control? And then it was insufficient funds because he gave him compensation, not his salary? Are they a month apart? No, they're in the same month. That's like 4 days later. No, there's pharmaceutical subscriptions like every week, but this one didn't go through, and then she had to take a pregnancy test. It was a chargeback. Yeah. Pregnancy test. And then he got paid 10K. Alright. So this implies that he paid him. So they were obviously, they don't have money. They're expecting a baby, probably. And then he paid them a buttload of money, I think, to do the Liberation broadcast. Which is what we thought, was that he made him do it, not that he did it of his own accord. Yeah. This is what it looks like. Because we arrested him. And so the guy whose bank account we're looking at, right, is I think the couple's joint bank account. And he has continued to work for Cox Security because he made sure that he had a criminal record, basically. And now he's worried, obviously, he can't get hired anywhere else, so he doesn't leave the job, even though they treat him like shit, right? So he's been a long time, like, employee. And he obviously is like, you can't go anywhere else. You have to do what I ask, but I'll pay you a bunch of money to do this for me. You can see that his salary is, like, normal. There. This is something weird. I don't know what compensation maintenance would be. But then when they do his salary again, that's less than a month apart though. That's the 20th of April. That still says salary April, even though it's May. Okay. So they definitely paid him to do this rather than him just doing it for funsies. Yeah. Otherwise, why would he give him 10 grand, right? Oh God, I hate that. Okay. So we have a few facts. So she was a mining professional for Millex. Petty larceny in 1824. I'm just going through these again. So she was fined for petty larceny and he was fined for bodily harm in the same year. Then attempted theft. So he has a criminal record, which is why he doesn't go anywhere else. He's got these implants, though. They married in 1820. I don't know what of this information is going to be relevant. I'm just hoping that if I say it out loud enough, that I'll remember some of it. And if I over-explain it to myself, maybe I'll remember it. Okay, I think we are now interrogating. So I assume that's down here. Is it not? It said talk to Cox. Well, where is he then? Hang on. Is he not in it? I thought we were interrogating him about James Moore. Where have they got him then? He's not in here. No, these are all just the cops. Where is he then? I thought they were holding him in the rooms downstairs. I'm very bad at this game, can you tell? No, that's the chief. But it's not the chief anymore. They've arrested him, so where is he? I can't go in here. I can go in here, but there's nothing in here. Where the fuck am I going? I thought he would be in the downstairs. The reason this game is taking so long is because I don't know where I'm going all of the time. I'm so sorry. And I still can't go up those stairs. Okay, fuck you then. Am I having a stupid? I mean, yes, but... Nope. Totally understandable. Where am I going? Where have they got him then if he's not down in the interrogation place? I think I need another marker of where to go. I was right. It just didn't show it when I walked up. Oh, because I was in this mode. They should have that shown in both modes. That's why. Never mind. I'm stupid. Ignore me. I did not go through the door. I am an idiot. Please excuse. Just him. Okay. Good afternoon, sir. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I'm waiting for my legal team. You fired at my partner and me. Care to explain? He's not going to say anything without his lawyer. Probably don't need to tell you that you didn't make the best first impression on us. Your behavior and your company's involvement in yesterday's broadcast make it look like you're somehow involved with the Liberators. A quick look at your biography showed that you are... Sabian. And you grew up on Drovia. My brain. Doesn't make sense that you support an anti-Sabian terror group. 25 years ago, you moved to... Oh, fuck. Gara. This is different to the stuff I've been looking at because that was about a different dude. Sometimes life forces us to do things we don't want to do. You don't like it here? I don't. Why not? Why don't you ask that yourself and your fellow Garians? Okay. Consider Drovians your enemy and Sabians backwards radicals. If you have the choice between hiring a Garian or a Drovian, you hire the Garian. All the missions we ever get come from Drovia. Why haven't you gone back then? Because my compatriots are happy to have a reliable partner for their companies here on Gara. We escort their goods, offer them personal security, you name it. Your parents had a security company as well, didn't they? It was responsible for security at Sector 2, right? Looks like they didn't do such a good job with Sector 2 blowing up, which was the very beginning of the game. Know nothing about my parents. I've already said enough. I'll wait for my lawyers now. Oh, great. You can submit the sheet already. That's it. See? You see what I mean? Moore's motive. Not Cox's motive. Moore's motive. His sick wife. His drug addiction. Okay, this isn't... Okay, I didn't put that 2 and 2 together. Sorry for anyone thinking that I'm an idiot. We found... the news... So the news articles said that... There was a hair on my keyboard. The news articles said that there was a... the miners sued the mining company for harmful exposure to gases and therefore getting lung disease. He also had on the table, well, where she was, his apartment, an addictive drug that treats lung disease, right? He had that on the table, and we saw the pharmaceutical thing in his bank account. So, this says his sick wife. No, if anything, his wife is pregnant. Wait, but she was a minor, though. Oh, fuck, hang on. So maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was her. Because she was... We just saw in her thing that she mined on that thing. Hang on. This. 2 news articles the Moors hung up on the wall. I downloaded them to my cell. Do I have them? They were going to be in news, right? Oxydanol, a highly addictive substance used in lung disease treatment. So it's one of them. I think maybe she's the sick one then. I assumed it was him. Use things? No, these aren't the ones from the wall. In here? Where does it put them? James Wall's wife. I know that. How do I get logs for what was on the wall at her? He said I downloaded them to my cell. But I don't think I can access them. Hang on. Okay. So, hang on. If I go and look at their, the couple's things again, go and look at the pinboard again. Because I think her position might have been minor and his position was like an executive thing and not mining. Stop telling me to submit the sheet. Leave me alone. Yeah. So one of them was... Keeps telling me this. So he's only ever worked as security people. She was the mining person. They moved to the same place. It was her. Oh, fuck off. What am I trying to do? That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, she was the mining professional. So she's the one that's sick with the lung disease drugs. I didn't realize she was this important, which is why I assumed the lung disease drugs were him. So so the answer is his sick wife. Because he's not addicted to anything, they're lung disease treatment. Yeah, is most likely his sick wife. Yeah. Yeah, because they paid so much money. You saw one of the payments was rejected for the pharmaceuticals. So the fact that Cox paid him loads of money meant that he could pay for medicine for his wife. Now what? Talk to Gary. He's gonna go, I saw you submitted your sheet, because that's what happens every fucking time. Yeah. Looks like a motive can be established. Should pay his wife another visit. She didn't seem to know anything yesterday. Maybe she'll tell you more if you confront her with her husband's motive. I hope that was right. But yeah, she's the one that had the lung disease treatment, not him. Because he was never a miner. He's only ever worked for security companies. So when people sued them, I assumed it was him because I didn't realize she was as important a character. I thought she was just like provider of alibi. But no. She's sick. No news. Okay. I am going on the train. I'm going on the train. The train is here. We go on the train. Yeah, that's the thing. So many of these games, I really like all of them, but the mechanics are slightly different, and like in terms of how they imply things or reveal story to you. So I keep making the mistake of assuming that I know how they work and they're all different. You cannot assume, turns out. Okay.
Once again enveloped by the smell of the market, I thought back to the man I had been when Kat had brought me here. How did it all go so wrong? Deep down, I knew the answer. I was just too scared to commit to my family. It was so much easier to care about something that didn't have to like you back. That wouldn't go away if you didn't want it to. For me, that was my job. But ironically, protecting myself like that only made it hurt so much worse. Now that Laura was out of my reach, the pain of being separated was only amplified by the knowledge that I had missed so many opportunities to be with her.